Steve-O and Simon, bringing you our tips for round number 20 of the Aussie Rules, coming to you from Three Dragons Sports Bar in Hoi An, as always. Starting things off, Friday night footy with an interesting one. Carlton and Marvel hosting Port Adelaide.
Yeah, I mean, Carlton just kind of sliding a bit, still in second place there, but like a few weeks ago, I would have said this is a pretty easy one to tip. I do think the Blues will get back in the winners' circle and really just show a little bit more than what they have been. Tough one to pick though. Port need to win as well to stay in the 8. I'm going to lean towards the Blues.
No, I think Blues pretty clearly. They struggle a little bit more than you'd expect to beat the Roos, but the Roos have been much improved over the last couple of weeks. So I think they got to win and they'll solidify themselves up there and beat Port.
Yeah. Okay, so then first game Saturday we got North at home to the Cats. North,
it's
looking all right.
It's down in Tassie, eh?
Yeah, down at Blundstone there. So,
Cats were pretty well beaten by the Dogs.
Like I said last week, the Dogs are starting to find a bit of form.
Dogs look good.
Had the Dogs, but somehow on my tipping, it ended up picking the Cats. It was one of those things.
GmbH was a mop off as well, which didn't help. But still fancy the Cats to get a win.
I think the Cats will win.
They're good enough, but it will be a tough game down in Tassie, and the Roos have been playing decent footy.
Yeah, the Cats are going to need to show up, that's for sure. This isn't a walk in the park at all, no. and there's no gimmies now left this year, I don't think. And not really
Richmond,
many.
kind of.
Yeah.
But, they played okay on the weekend as well. But Richmond's probably the only gimme, and maybe West Coast if they were playing away. But definitely, there's no easy games.
Yeah. Then maybe second game, we've got Suns at home to the Lions. Lions still on their streak, up into third place now.
Yeah,
and they're gonna push for minor premiers. The Lions, like they're not that far away. If the Swans, keep struggling, Lions, I think they're top 2, if not going to push that minor premiership, which I thought,
pretty
2 months away was
pretty impressive turnaround considering how they started the year.
Now we got the Suns at home.
Well, I think that's where the streak ends. I think here's where the streak ends. The Suns were yet again dismal on the weekend, away from home. Even if they're playing at home, I think the Lions are too good at the moment. I think the Lions are going to blow them off the park.
And I think it helps definitely. The last game, he only kicked 1 goal, with definitely the presence there of Charlie Cameron getting away from getting out of the tribunal through technicalities. It was it's very interesting. Probably shouldn't have been suspended that badly anyway, but
God knows.
Got off on legal technicalities.
God knows. That whole process is a mess. But I think the Lions are going to blow them off the park.
I think it's going to be a very close game. I think the Suns being there at the home ground will tighten things up. But I'd expect the Lions to solidify their top 4th position and push for the minor premiers.
Yep. Okay. And then this one is a tasty one. We got the Saints against the Bombers at Marvel.
Bombers sliding, aren't they? They're just like, it started the year so well, but they're going to drop out of the 8. They're not even going to play finals, are they?
Not with their run home.
No way. I've been on the Hawks for the last 2 months almost, and I think they're the team to really push that 8, and I'm sure that the Hawks are going to jump the Bombers in the next week or 2. Saints have been playing a little bit better.
They've been all right. Like the Saints have been pretty all right, and the Bombers
just have to win.
Yeah, but they're just losing a lot of the little moments throughout the games. And I can't believe they gave up a 3 or 4 goal lead in 4 minutes to the Crows of all teams.
Oh,
Like, that
I
was,
mean,
that was
I think
dismal.
they kicked like 8 straight on them. It was like it was.
No, it was. I'm actually going to go Saints. I think
Just off recent form, I think.
of recent form, I think the Saints are in better form than the Bombers. The Bombers are just not quite getting it right. And no, I think the Saints they've got a bit of
Yeah, tough one to pick.
yeah. No, I think the Saints are just kind of in salvaging some pride mode, but I think they're doing it pretty alright. Like
Yeah, I'm leaning on the Saints myself on this one. Unfortunately, I'd love to see the Bombers get a win here, but
we'll see. I picked the Bombers the last 2 weeks. They lost. I'll pick against them this week. They'll win again. This week where I picked against them every single game and I keep winning. So
okay, then we got next game on Saturday. We got the D's at home to the Giants.
oh,
Giants 5th place, D's 10th place. D's are keeping in touch with that 8. If they
yeah, that one
win
depends.
a few, then
That one depends if Gorm's back, which I'm not sure. I don't think he is. And the D's definitely have been struggling without him there because no genuine ruckman.
here Sportsbet, these got the slight favouritism. But I'm gonna tip Giants.
No, Giants are.
I think Toby Green.
No, Giants are back in
looking
good.
all right.
Giants are back in kind of found it back to their form a bit from early season, and they're starting to kind of climb the ladder a bit and just play better footy. I think the Giants are definitely a chance of
they're kind of showing where we thought they would be beginning of the year. Sort of, I think they
had a little bit of a mid-season slump, but I think Giants.
And then last game on Saturday, we got Dockers at home to the Eagles. The Eagles, the local derby over there.
3-0 comfortably.
I mean, the derby always over there always is a bit of a spectacle, and I think this will be a closer game than what their ladder positions.
But I think 3-0 will control the game and should win quite comfortably.
And keep their position there in that top 4, and keep looking better than what I think they are. But
they're there. Yeah. And then Sunday we got a couple of interesting ones. Kicking things off, we got the Pies against Tigers at the G. Both teams are struggling.
Pies quite heavy favourites on this. 13th place, 15th. Pies are not looking good. Tigers on the bottom of the ladder.
I mean, Pies. Yeah, I mean Pies.
You think so?
You'd think so. Like, I mean,
but they're struggling, aren't they? Like,
they're just not quite turning up. Like, it's just not quite happening for them. But yeah, I think Richmond are
hard to tip.
Yeah, you can't really pick the Tigers, even though I mean they looked alright against Port on the weekend. They're hanging in there tough. And
I do think that if they're going to win a game, that this could be a game that they're going to win.
Could be, yeah.
But I think he's got to go the numbers and.
Yeah, and I mean for Pies, that season on the line, they pretty much need to win every single game if they want to make the 8.
Yeah, unlikely, but I would just sneak home. I think.
And then we get another really interesting one: Swans at the SCG to the Bulldogs, and I mean Bulldogs are probably one of the form teams of the comp at the moment.
In the last month, definitely last few weeks, they got speed, and they're playing fast. I think they're fit at the right time of the year.
Yeah,
they seemed like the first half of the year they were like just a little bit off the ball, and whether it was match fitness or
and I mean they had a few injuries, and since they got Norton back, like they've got another tall up front.
And Swans, how many have they lost now? Is it 3 in a row or not quite 3 in a row? 3 of the last 4 or
3 of the last 4 or so.
SCG will be a bit of a helping factor for the Swans, but I think they got a couple of injuries too, and
I think I'm going Bulldogs.
Yeah, like off recent, like just a really recent form.
Yeah, I think I'm
Um,
liking the way the Bulldogs are playing. Like,
yeah, they're hungry. They're looking
yeah,
hungry. They're looking fit. And yeah, I think that they're gonna move into that eight. And but this will be one that Swans will want to win to sort of like hold that top position and win at home. But yeah, I'm on the Dogs.
yeah. And then finish things off. Battle of the Birds down in Adelaide. Crows against Hawks.
Yeah, Crows had a blitz on against the Bombers. It was very impressive. Can they back it up? 2 weeks in a row at home there. I think the Hawks. Yeah, they're form team though. They've their last 2 months has been outstanding form for the Hawks. They've only had one or two little blips in there. I think that Hawks are showing themselves as a potential top four team next year. If they keep going the way that they're going, and I expect the Hawks to get another solid win. I think Crows going to be close-ish, but yeah, I think the Hawks to keep that momentum and push for that eight. They're going to be there.
I mean,
there come September. The Hawks.
I mean, if the Hawks make finals, I wouldn't want to have to play them. Like,
same with the Bulldogs. They're two of those teams which are just like just outside the eight and plenty of form. Play a good, fast style of footy and very impressive win for the Hawks on the weekend. That was massive. I think that was one of their
oh yeah, that was absolute.
biggest wins in
That was
a long
absolute.
time.
That was absolute demolition. Like, that was just a clinic. That was
Yeah,
that was way impressive.
yeah. Hawks to get the win.
Yep. There we go. Down to the meaty end. Best
Good luck.
luck with your tips.
See you next week.
See you next week.